Hello, good day. It is Ishola Adedeji Michael. Right here today, again, I welcome you to Success Enlightenment. And once again, yet, we are still in the month of October, the second day of October 2023. I want to once again congratulate the entire Republic of Nigeria for the 63rd Independence Day of the country. Today we'll be going to their presidential speech. The country, as it's well known, is going through a stage of economic hardship, partly because of the just removal of the fuel subsidy, partly because of the long-lasting effects of the COVID-19 that are still moving around. Well, partly because of a year of record of government mismanagement of public resources. But also, it's the first Independent Day celebrated by the just elected president of Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. So let's go through the letter of our president. The president started his letter this way. The president said, "Dear compatriots, it is my unique honor to address you on this day, the 63rd anniversary of our nation's independence, both as the president of our dear country and simply as a fellow Nigerian." The president started his letter of address by greeting his fellow Nigerians, both as the president of the country and also as the president of the country. He went further. On this solemn yet hopeful day, let us commend our founding fathers and mothers. Without them, there will be no modern Nigeria. From the fading embers of colonialism, their activism, dedication, and leadership gave life to the belief in Nigeria as a sovereign and independent nation. In the second paragraph of his sentence, he honored the predecessors, our forefathers, he thanks them for their accomplishments. Well, that's a nice one for me. So he went further. The president said, "Let us at this very moment affirm that as Nigerians, we are all endowed with the sacred rights and individual gifts that God has bestowed on us as a nation and as human beings." He said, "No one is greater or lesser than the other. The triumphs that Nigeria has achieved shall define us rather. The travails we have endured shall strengthen us, and no other nation or power on this earth shall keep us from our rightful place and destiny. This nation belongs to you, dear people. Love and cherish it as your very own." I think this part of this letter addressed by the president is where he's talking individually to all Nigerians, telling them that they are all giants, they are all important. The president is definitely saying that as a Nigerian, we are all blessed with numerous potentials. Yet, at the moment, it might look as if some pressures, some forces, is holding a lot of people down from achieving their destiny, from getting to the peak of their potential. But the president is saying, we as a Nigerian should not quit. We are going to achieve the fullness of our potential. That's what the president said there. It's encouraging the Nigerian youth. It's encouraging every single Nigerian, male and female. That's what that was the president, Bola Ahmed Tinubu. That's what he just did in that speech there. I think that is commendable. Very thoughtful of him to have done that. Going further, the president's speech, 63rd Independence Day speech, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, he said,
Makes sense, Gaga.
Nigeria is remarkably in its formation and essential character. We are a broad and dynamic blend of ethnic groups, religions, traditions, and culture. Yet our bonds are intangibly yet strong, invisible yet universal. We are joined by a common thirst for peace and progress, by the common dreams of prosperity and harmony, and by the unifying ideas of tolerance and justice. That's the president making another silent saying. He's making another silent conversation there. What the president is trying to say is talking about the unity of the country. He acknowledged the fact that we have diverse ethnic groups, tribes, religion, culture in the country. But the president is making a statement that despite that, the bonds, the level of cooperations among Nigerians is strengthened, and is further saying this to encourage more tolerance among one another. The speech is meant to achieve the spirit of patriotism and abolish tribalism in the country. That was what he was saying. He's actually begging the Nigerians to set the path that me, I'm a Yoruba man, I'm an Igbo man, I am an Hausa man. He's saying that it's not what is important here. What is important is we, the all tribes, religion, ethnicity, we are stronger together than individually. That's what the president Tinubu Bola Ahmed, that's what he's saying in that statement. I think that's nice too. If you agree with me that is nice, you can flex with me. Okay? The 63rd Independence Day of Nigeria, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu make an address to every Nigerians. We go into the speech at sources, enlightenment. Read and we interpret it. The president says further, forging a nation based on the fair application of these noble principles to a diverse population has been a task of significant blessing, but also a serious challenge. Some people have said an independent Nigeria should never have come into existence. Some have said that our country will be torn apart. They are forever mistaken. Here our nation stands, and here we shall remain. Here the president further talks on the unity of the country. Trust me, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu strongly believes in one Nigeria. That's what he's saying. Going further, he said, this year we passed a significant milestone in our journey to a better Nigeria by democratically electing a 7th consecutive civil government. Nigeria has proven that commitment to democracy and the rule of law remains our guiding light. There he talked on the just concluded presidential election that put President Bola Ahmed Tinubu himself as the 7th elected president of the 4th Republic of Nigeria. The president in his speech further says,
makes sense, Gaga.
At my inauguration, I made important promises about how I would govern this great nation. Among those promises were pledges to reshape and modernize our economy and to secure the lives, liberty, and property of the people. I said that both reforms were necessary to place our nation on the path of prosperity and growth. On that occasion, I announced the end of the fuel subsidy. I am attuned to the hardship that have come. I have a heart and face and ears that see. I wish to explain to you why we must endure this trying moment. Those who sought to perpetuate the fuel subsidy and broken foreign exchange policies are people who will build their family mansion in the middle of a swamp. I am different, said Mr. President. I am not a man to erect our national home on a foundation of mud. To endure, our home must be constructed on safe and pleasant ground. Reform may be painful, but it is what greatness and the future require. We now carry the cost of reaching a future like Nigeria, where the abundance and fruits of the nation are fairly shared among all, not ordered by a select and greedy few. A Nigerian where hunger, poverty, and hardship are pushed into the shadow of an ever-failing past. There is no joy in seeing the people of this nation shoulder burdens that should have been shared years ago. I wish today's difficulties did not persist, but we must endure if we are to reach the good side of our future. My government is doing all that it can to ease the load. I will now outline the path we are taking to relieve the stress on our families and households. We have embarked on several public sector reforms to stabilize the economy, direct fiscal and monetary policy to fight inflation, encourage production, ensure the security of lives and property, and lend more support to the poor and the vulnerable. Based on our talks with labor, business, and other stakeholders, we are introducing a provisional wage increment to enhance the federal minimum wage without causing undue inflation. Well, okay. For the next 6 months, the average low-grade worker shall receive an additional 25,000 naira per month. Okay?
Makes sense, don't
That's something, right? Okay. To ensure better grassroots development, we set up an infrastructure support fund for states to invest in critical areas. States have already received funds to provide relief packages against the impact of rising food and other prices. Making the economy more robust by lowering transport costs will be key. In this regard, we have opened a new chapter in public transportation through the deployment of cheaper, safer, compressed natural gas buses across the nation. These buses will operate at a fraction of current fuel prices, positively affecting transportation fare. New compressed natural gas conversion kits will start coming in very soon, as all hands are on deck to fast-track the usually lengthy procurement process. We are also setting up training facilities and workshops across the nation to train and provide new opportunities for transport operators and entrepreneurs. This is a groundbreaking moment where, as a nation, we embrace more efficient means to power our economy. In making this change, we also make history. I pledge a thorough house cleaning of the den of Malaysian of the CBN had become. The house cleaning is well underway. A new leadership for the central bank has been constituted. Also, my special investigator will soon present his findings on past lapses and how to prevent similar occurrences. Henceforth, monetary policy shall be for the benefit of all and not the exclusive profits of the powerful and wealthy. Okay? While tax policy is essential to economic fairness and development, I have inaugurated a committee on tax reforms to improve the efficiency of tax administration in the country and address fiscal policies that are unfair or hinder the business environment and slow our growth. To boost employment and urban income, we are providing investment funding for enterprises with great potential. Similarly, we are increasing investment in micro, small, and medium-sized enterprises. Commencing this month, the social safety net is being extended through the expansion of cash transfer programs to an additional 15 million vulnerable households. Wow. My administration shall always accord the highest priority to the safety of the people. Inter-service collaboration and intelligence sharing have been enhanced. Our service chiefs have been tasked with great vital responsibilities of rebuilding the capacities of our security services. Yeah, I salute and commend our gallant security forces for keeping us safe and securing our territorial integrity. Many have paid the ultimate sacrifice. We have remembered them today and their families. We shall equip our forces with the ways and means needed to perform their urgent tasks on behalf of the people. We shall continue to make the key appointments in line with the provisions of the constitutions and with fairness towards all. Mr. Presidential Speech 63, Independence Day of the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
Makes sense, Dr. Gaga.
Women, youth, and the physical challenge shall continue to be given due regards in this appointment. May I take this opportunity to congratulate the National Assembly for its role in the quick takeoff of this administration through the performance of the constitutional duties of confirming and oversight. I similarly congratulate the judiciary as a pillar of democracy and fairness. I also thank members of our dynamic civil society organizations and labor union for their dedication to Nigerian democracy. We may not always agree, but I value your advice and recommendations. You are my brothers and sisters, and you have my due respect. Fellow compatriots, the journey ahead will not be navigated by fear nor hatred. We can only achieve our better Nigeria through courage, compassion, and commitment as one in the visible unity. I promise that I shall remain committed and serve faithfully. I also invite all to join this enterprise to remake our beloved nation into its better self. We can do it. We must do it. We shall do it. I wish you all happy 63rd Independence Anniversary. Thank you for listening, said Mr. President. May God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Here it was, the President's speech for the 63rd Independence Day of Nigeria. Well, in the speech, definitely, there are a lot of positive remarks there. The President gladly said to all Nigerians he's well aware of the hardship the first subsidy has caused. And he also said him and his ministers, the Parliament, the judiciary, or the arms of government are working hard and hands together to alleviate the poverty situations of the country. That's not a bad one from Mr. President. But let's look at this. This is our country. Yeah, definitely we have a leader, but you and I know we have a role to play in the progress and success of this country. I play my part. You play your part. We all have to play our part. I have just few things to just put in place. Yet, Mr. President is trying. You're fine, according to his speech. But the point of it is,
Makes sense, Dr. Gaga.
what should we be expecting? What should we be expecting? What are you expecting? Alright, it's to be Ishola Adedeji Michael. It is successful enlightenment. I'll be making a video soon where I'll be talking on the directions that I think the president of the country or this state should be moving towards to at this very crucial moment. I will be making a video where I'll be addressing the mechanism that puts the fuel subsidy in place, and yet Nigeria doesn't become a victim of a solid foundation the president is trying to lay. This is our country. And once again, happy Independence Day. Whatever you do, wherever you do it, do not forget your actions, my actions, either have positive impact on others or a negative impact. But in most cases, our actions have both positive and negative impact. At the same time, actions, what you and I do, what you and I don't do, have both a short-term impact and a long-run impact. For the progress of this country, for the success of your family, for the future of your children. We need a better Nigeria. Thank you. See you next time.